Hello disc golfers, and thank you for joining me for the third episode on my YouTube channel. I am Ted Paul, your host, and welcome back to Whatcom Disc Golf Talk. Alright, first off, thank you again for watching and supporting Whatcom Disc Golf Talk. Just doing a quick intro here. This episode's about Pat Sullivan. He's been a staple in Whatcom Disc Golf culture since about 2003. He was one of the original board members from Whatcom Disc Golf Club in its current instance, and he also was very instrumental in getting Mossy Rock going. So it's an interview along with highlights from Pat from a round that I taped with him and a few other guys out at Mossy Rock. Also, don't forget, there'll be the plug of the week will be in there wrapped into the video highlights. There'll also be a little bit about Boscoe in there, and it'll be the first instance of Whatcom Disc Golf Talk's Pooch of the Week. All right, Whatcom Disc Golf Club provided me with some schwag to give away, so pay attention throughout the episode because there might be a quiz at the end that'll help you find a way to maybe win some prizes that Whatcom Disc Golf Club graciously donated to me so that I could give away. All right, we're here at Mossy Rock. We got Pat Sullivan here. He's gonna answer a few questions. He's gonna play around a little bit later with a few other guys from former board members and guys that are coming off the board right now. So we're just gonna get his part out of the way now. So here's Pat Sullivan.
Hi, everybody.
All right, Pat, let's just start out. Where are you from originally?
Originally I'm from Rockville Center, New York, which is on the south shores of Long Island. And I left right after high school, age 18.
All right, and then how long have you been in Washington?
I've been in Washington State since 1995. And actually was introduced to the sport on my move out to Washington State.
Perfect, all right. And then how long in the Whatcom County area?
I've been in Whatcom County since 2003. My job, I had a transfer opportunity to come up to Whatcom County and work here, and I took it because I knew this was a beautiful place to live.
All right, so now just tell me about your first exposure to disc golf, the kind of who, what, why, where.
My first exposure to disc golf was in St. Paul, Minnesota. I was driving across country and I visited with some friends that I used to play ultimate frisbee with, and they said, we have to show you this sport. So they took me to Kaposha Disc Golf Course in St. Paul, Minnesota. Beautiful, beautiful area. In 1995, they said, all you have to do, we have a driver for you, just go in that store over there and buy a putter. Nice. And it's actually the one I'm holding right now.
That's awesome.
The first putter I ever bought was a white magnet.
All right, perfect. That was the next question. What was your first disc?
White magnet. White magnets, I thought it would go right to the chains.
Right, that's why they call it a magnet, right? They fooled a lot of people that way. But they're good putters. All right, let's talk about your first ace ever.
Oh, my first ace. Jeez, that was such a long time ago. That's got to be a Fort Stillicum. You know, I don't even remember my first ace, to be honest with you. I don't know how many aces I have.
Do you have a rough estimate on how many aces?
Probably between 30 and 40. I'm a pretty conservative golfer.
Yeah. First tournament?
My first tournament, my first true tournament that wasn't like a weekly doubles was in 1999. I went to the Nuclear Meltdown in the Tri-Cities, all by myself.
How was that experience?
It was July, so it was really hot. But I'll tell you, I pulled into that parking lot and I didn't know anybody. And by the end of the day, I knew like 10 guys. I was in the advanced division then. Like 10 guys in the advanced division who live in the area. I knew, well, I didn't know them, but they introduced themselves to me, and I actually ended up camping in one of their backyards to save some money. It was a pretty cool experience. I'm still friends with them to this day.
Nice, nice. That's one thing that, you know, came up many times in all my conversations is the community that is disc golf.
Yeah.
let's talk about your first involvement with either Bellingham Disc Golf Club, the previous one, and a little bit about Whatcom Disc Golf Club.
Yeah, so when I moved here in 2003, we had 9 holes in Cornwall Park. I thought we deserved more for the number of golfers I saw in our park, so I started working with the Bellingham Disc Golf Club about adding more holes to Cornwall Park. And for me, that's when I actually observed the serious difficulties of communicating with the city and the roadblocks that were put up in our way. When I first moved here, we had a not very good reputation with the Parks Department. It was tough sledding to get some changes.
All right, and then you said you talked a little bit about weeklies. What kind of weekly events were going on when you first kind of got involved in the scene up here in Whatcom?
Up here, they were doing that Tuesday night doubles that they do every year, and they've been doing it since the early 90s, I suppose. And it is a lot of fun for $3. And I really enjoy the random flip doubles weekly events just because no one cares how good or bad you are, or they shouldn't. And it's a great way to meet new people and have a good time golfing because you have a partner.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So pick you up, right?
Yep.
What's your favorite hole in Whatcom County?
My favorite hole in Whatcom County, it's got to be, I think it's hole 15 here at Mossy Rock, the one that I get to sponsor. That one, nice downhill shot with a tunnel, with the creeks on both sides, aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah. I agree.
I think that's it.
What's your least favorite hole in Whatcom County?
My least favorite hole.
Be honest, don't worry.
I'm sorry, Randy. And I usually 3 the hole when it's a par 4, but that horseshoe hole.
Yeah. I expect that to be more
slays me. It just, I say I don't hate the hole. It's just probably my least favorite hole.
Yeah. What's your most memorable tournament win?
My most memorable tournament win was my first tournament win as an open player. It was in Connecticut, which I thought was pretty cool because that's where the Frisbee was invented. And it was at Fairfield University. They have 12 holes there. Then they add, 6 more to make 18. And it was a really fun course, and I played with a lot of fun and good golfers. And we ended up in a huge downhill playoff for first place. Myself and Mitch Sonderfan. And he turned his disc all the way over. And he congratulated me. But I still had to throw the shot correctly. I just took a Firebird out, pitched it this way, and it landed where it needed to land. And I drove home to Long Island over the bridge with that trophy sitting in the front seat.
Nice.
Giggling and laughing. And I'd say the only unfortunate thing was at the time I was living in my parents' basement. But
hey,
I was at a time of transition just out of college back then.
That's what family's for.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do a few little quicker questions.
Okay.
Favorites. Favorite manufacturer.
Innova.
I knew that, but I'm gonna ask. What's your favorite disc?
The Rock, ROC.
Favorite basket.
The Disc Catcher.
Favorite Whatcom course.
Mossy Rock.
Favorite course in all of Washington.
All of Washington. Boy, Fort Steilacoom. I think right now my favorite. Can I just give you 5?
Yeah, give me 5. I don't
In
care.
no order.
There's great.
Stilly's my home course. I love that place. Kayak Point's incredible. Cedral Woolley is awesome. Mossy Rock. I haven't been to Raptors Knoll yet. I'm sure when I'm there it'll be on my list. But I also like Whitmarsh Park for its convenience and fun.
Yeah. What about all courses you've ever played?
All the courses I ever played. There was
1 or 2 favorites, yeah.
There was a couple. I played in the World Championships in Tennessee, and I got to play a private course called Stonehenge. And it was kind of like Mossy Rock, tight wooded shots. You had a hanging basket, but every hole had stone statues along the tee pad where discs don't fly. It was a pretty cool private course, and it's cool he let Worlds have one round there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you really follow the pro disc golf scene. Who's your favorite pro?
My favorite guy right now, I think, I watch it on YouTube, but I like that gentleman from Minnesota, Kale Leviska. I think he's really good. He's got a similar game to mine. He doesn't really throw sidearm, and he seems super modest and kind, like so cool I really like him.
All right, and who's the GOAT, Kenny or Paul?
Ken Clymer or Paul McBath? I'm going to say Ken right now because Paul has better technology.
Yeah, I agree.
And more money. And more exposure.
Let's talk about Bosco for a second. He's a disc golf dog.
You want to talk about Bosco?
Yeah, how old is Bosco?
We think Bosco is 12 years old. Disc golf saved his life. So he had a pretty crummy situation up in Birch Bay, I heard, when he was a puppy. And a fellow disc golfer, Bo Hyde, I don't know if you want to take it in or leave it out, but Bo extracted him from his dog owners, I guess, for paying attention to drugs more than him, locking him up.
One of those classic.
Not paying attention to him, and so he was looking for a home for Bosco, and my dog had just passed away about 9 months before that, so he thought maybe he'd like to meet Bosco. And when we met him, it was 2010.
Bosco.
We think he was about 2 years old. Bosco, look, there's a cat over here.
Where's the cat?
And he was about half that size. His head was the biggest thing on his body because you could see his ribs. He was all scabby. We found a ball.
How long's he been disc golfing then?
He's been disc golfing ever since I could break him from chasing a disc, which took me about 3 months.
Yeah, that's pretty good actually.
Yeah, I did it at Riverside.
For not starting as a puppy,
I took him out to the Riverside course and just
that's a good course where you can kind of let people go, or let them run too pretty well. All right, Pat, let's talk about your business, because you're going to be the free local business that supports Whatcom Disc Golf plug of the week.
Thank you. Yes. So my name is Patrick Sullivan. I'm an ISA, International Society of Arboriculture certified arborist and qualified tree risk assessor. I run Tree Guys Incorporated out of Bellingham. We do all sorts of specialty prunings and tree removals. We write arborist reports for trees that are in potentially hazardous areas or sensitive lands. We've got a crew of 5 right now, or so. We're doing pretty good. We're staying busy. Safety is in front of everything else on the job site, and I like to think we give fair estimates. That's what I do, is I come out and provide you a fair estimate for a day's work. We were established in 2008. We will work in Skagit County, work in Skagit and Whatcom County, and we're here for your needs. You can reach me at 360-920-6285.
All right, what can we say? I got to thank Pat Sullivan for being one of the features of my YouTube channel, especially one of the early episodes. Had a blast out there. Really want to thank him again, not just for letting me tape him, but all the blood, sweat, and hopefully not too many tears that he's put into Mossy Rock. I know it's a labor of love for him. All right, last but not least, time for the giveaway. Like I was mentioning, the club gave away some schweet schwag for me to be able to give away on some of my episodes here. So the winner of this contest will have their choice of either any one of these hats that the club donated, some nice pink highlight ones. So get your lady a hat, or better yet, Whatcom ladies, I'm gonna have something for you coming up soon. Maybe you can win a hat too. And then we've also got this gray one. Or if you're not sure you want a hat, or you already got one, how about one of these sweet jerseys? We got them in gold. Got the club logo on there, or this kind of silver. Whoever wins gets to choose whether they want a hat or a jersey, and then I'll also throw in a koozie and a mini marker. Okay, to win, what you got to do is you got to put a comment down below and tell me the city and state that Pat first got exposed to disc golf in. Then also in the second part of your comment, I want you to tell me where you first learned to play disc golf, or where you first ever played disc golf. City, state, park, course name, whatever you want. Then I will find a way to randomly pick a winner from all the comments roughly a week or so after this video airs. And I'll announce the winner on the next video. Hopefully that next episode will be out in a week's or so time. On that one, we'll feature both Adam Tullis and Dennis Hall. Both are coming off of stints on the Whatcom Disc Golf Club board. Adam from its inception, and Dennis is just finishing up his first 2-year term. They'll answer some questions so we can get to know those guys better, and we'll see some highlights from their round at Mossy Rock. We also got some other things in the works, some stuff I'm really excited about. We'll get to tell you that a little bit more in that next episode. As always, I want to thank you for watching and hope to see you again next time on Whatcom Disc Golf Talk.
Oh, yeah!